The Kettenkrad. Let's do this one first since I almost forgot it in the last video. Last thing I did was get the last of the road wheels on, which was the back one here on both sides, and I finished getting most of the flash off the road wheels itself. And really the only thing that I had to do next was there's a little handle thing that goes right there. Got that in, and I got one more part, which is this, which actually, if you can see it from here, fits in like that, which fits onto the, well, let's just do it this way. It actually fits something like that, but I'm not going to put it on quite yet because that was the last of the number 3, but we're going to start number 4 either today or tomorrow. But I need to get the floorboard, or the I guess it's either the floorboard or, you know, where the seat will go and the side deals, but I need to see where that fits with the floorboard. So anyway, we'll put that on last once I get that in, and probably get these in here and see how everything fits. But anyway, that's pretty much what I got done so far on it. I'll work on that later this week, and but I did get the tool brackets in. I'm hopefully the stuff here will hide the little holes, but anyway, if it doesn't, we can always sand them flush and we'll be good to go. I want to leave all the tools off of it for now until we get it all assembled, and then I can paint tools later, and then I can put on however many tools, you know, it needs to be, and all that good stuff. But anyway, that's where I stand on it. So hopefully get some more in there, and then we can start doing some body work. The Spitfire, basically just plugging along. I did get most of the major parts on. Got the wings on. I did a little putty work here. What I want to do is get that sanded, get the cockpit painted, get the canopy on so I can get it masked, and then finish putting the rest of the parts on, and then so I can shoot a little bit, deal of primer. I always like to get the cockpit out of the way, get the canopy on and mask, because that's usually the big deterrent of a project, is masking a canopy, and that way, you know, you won't have any sanding dust, or, you know, you can just once you get the canopy on, you can just keep on going. But anyway, just a little bit of sanding just right here and there, and it's taking shape. The Ratte, what I did so far is I shot just a light coat of primer. I need to go one more coat on it just to make sure everything is covered, which will probably be either today or tomorrow. I decided I was going to do, I want to try out MIG's paint. I've never had, and I thought this is an excellent opportunity to do it, so I bought all 4 colors except for the track colors, which I'm going to do. I basically got track colors, and that's, I know it's U.S. Army, but you know, it's pretty much the same. So paint is on its way. I got the tracking number today, so I should have it by the end of the week, or at least by the weekend, so we can probably start painting if it gets here in time. But anyway, I need to shoot one more coat of primer on it, and we'll be good to go on that. But I did get one of the little mouses built. It's not too bad. It's actually just really a fun little kit, building the 1/144 scale mouses. But I did cut the turret ring here that's supposed to you're supposed to lock it in. I couldn't get it to fit. It would not go in. I mean, it just would not turn and be secure. So I whacked it off, and these are going to be loose. So I mean, it ain't going to kill it or nothing. I mean, at least you can, you know, turn it which way you want. It shows the different colors. I'm going to paint one probably by the box, and then I'll probably just for the second one, just to indulge myself, I'll probably paint one just a little bit different, just to make it just a tad bit different. Just you know, almost a calling sign. You know, like I painted that one. I may paint one that color too. So who knows? We'll paint one normal, and then paint one just a little bit to match the rat. Just to make it even cool. But one thing I noticed about that is they give you an extra part. And I couldn't figure out, I was like, why did you get this? And it's actually one of these. And I assume you can glue another one of these on to here, and you can actually make a mouse turret for the back instead of the little turrets back there. So that was, I thought was very very cool, but I don't mention it in the instructions. But anyway, that's pretty slick. So there is that. The Viper, as promised, it is in primer. I got to do one more coat. I got a light coat on here, but this is just enough for picture taking. And basically I got to paint the cockpit, which that'll probably be next, and then of course mask the canopy, which I'm trying to see if I can get the tape out and do all the canopies all at one time. And then what I'm going to do when I start painting it, and I'll try to show everyone, because I want to do it with I may do it on the tank for sure, but when I pre-shade, I always use a dark gray or a black to do the panels. I saw a fellow modeler who did who pre-shaded a 109 with like blues and multicolored pre-shading, and I'm thinking I want to try that on this one just because I've never done it, and I think it'll look pretty darn slick. So hopefully I should get a little more done on the Viper. Plus I got to do a little sanding. There's some stuff I missed. So the pictures always tell the truth. When you take pictures of a model, it shows your flaws. The Roadrunner, I didn't get anything done. I got to I'm waiting for the paint to come, which I got my tracking number today, so it's on its way. I need to paint the inside here in olive green, and I don't have an olive green, but I'm pretty damn sure I can find one somewhere in my little paint department here. I think that might be close, but I'll double check. If not, I'll have to go to the hobby store and pick up some olive green to repaint some of this. And I gotta match the color here and all that. It's been more of a research. You just can't just grab paint and start painting. I got to paint this flat black, so that's probably either today or tomorrow. As you can see, the car, I gotta give it a good cleaning so I can I'm basically going to paint it flat black, and then I'll paint the Sherwood green on it. But anyway, it's just little things I just got to do. One thing about the motor, I got to put there's a decal on here I got to put, and I can't remember which one it is, but I got a picture, but it goes on the air filter here. But one thing though, on this decal sheet, since I don't know who made it, I'm going to have to go get a decal bonder that's in there, and I'm going to have to spray this a couple of coats, because I always, when I get custom decals, I always spray, because I make damn sure that that they are coated well, so when you take them off the sheet, they will be ready to go. Decal car, I kind of had to take a little break. I got the side mirrors on. I did get the decal on each side, which I got to put a little more solution on, but I got the first round, so letting it do its magic. When I got this car, some of the decals were on it, like through the front here. I put the ones on the rest on the back or around it, and there's a little bit I got to fix right through here, which no big deal. I'll either take part of the other sheet of the decal and put in there, or I'll just take some, I probably might have to just fix it with paint, which would probably be just easier, and it'll look nicer that way instead of just trying to splice the decal, but we'll find out. I'll tinker with it a little bit more. If you notice this decal right here, it's actually part of her hair. It's supposed to go all the way here, and I could not for the life of me get her hair decal all the way here. It actually goes through the little light vent thing here. So what I did is I just shoved it in there, put some solution. I'm just going to take a knife, cut it out, and we got extra decals. So I'm just going to cut her hair and splice it right through here just to get that where it should be, and we'll be good to go. I do need to cut the decals. I think it'll look nicer. You can see where it's kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but it wants to not be not sit flush. So the knife, once you get the cut it in there on the line, it'll more solution there, it'll set just perfect. But anyway, that's where I stand on it. I think, oh, I did get the bottom of the spoiler decal on, which it's drying as we speak. I got to put the decals on the side here, of course the one that goes on the top, and this is pretty much all we got left of decals. So we're rocking and rolling. One thing that I want to do on the car itself is I want to get all the decals on and then go back in and trim everything. This way I don't have to go back and forth, you know, putting on decals. But one thing I always got to mention is when I get a kit, some of the parts weren't like bagged. I mean, there was a couple of them that were bagged, but most of them was in the bottom. I had to go in and fish everything out, and I put everything in the bag because I had to go find most of the parts. So hopefully I got to go dig in here and find the spoiler parts so I can put them on, and a few other things. But anyway, I wanted to always like to point out that they weren't bagged when I got them, so I bagged them. So we are good to go on it. I dug out the maiden sheet so I could get the I basically want to get these parts of the decals on the car. I got the windshield out, which I got to put this decal on, but I got to go look at pictures because I got to see what's painted and what's not. And I'm probably going to have to I think this is supposed to be black. I've seen it where I've seen one picture of it where it's smoked, and but we'll jump that bridge there because I probably got to mask everything off, and I'm going to probably do this last because if I do have to paint anything, I'll probably dip it in future just to get it crystal clear, and it'll be a good surface area for the decals. But anyway, that's pretty much where I stand on it. It's just time consuming. That's the only thing is. I mean, I just do 1 or 2 decals a day. Like I did that, and that, you know, and that's pretty much all you can do for a day. You don't want to touch it, and you want to carry on. But anyway, that is what I've got going on today. I may do a paint rack video, talk about some paint, history of paint, if you will. But anyway, that is what I've got going on today. We got more decal duty on the decal car. Research and development on the Roadrunner, publication of Scarlet Viper, getting coated primer, and we're getting closer and closer to getting that all assembled, and we can start painting it. Primer duty on the Ratte, and we're going to start painting it very, very, very soon. Putty duty on the Spitfire. And we are continuing on with the Kettenkrad. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.